And then as we're sort of, working through I guess it would be the Big Five, at the top here, the Big 12. Got to talk about Arizona, CJ, and it's kind of the same theme, right? That Iowa State has. I mean, Caleb Love is back, Jaden Bradley is back, KJ Lewis is back. Again, when you return the biggest pieces, you add Awaka there inside. What do you make of this Wildcats team, CJ?
Defensively, I think they could be better than they were a year ago. Just because, if you looked at the metrics when the big fella
Follow, follow.
Montu Krevis when
Previous and
Krevis was on the
follow.
floor over Balo, like they were better defensively and their numbers were better. So I think they've elevated themselves as far as maybe having a chance to be better defensively. Jay Bradley gives them a chance to be faster. We know how much Tommy loves to get up and down the floor. I think maybe he fits a little bit better at point guard than
They were
oh,
massive at
guy
times
guy
last
that
year.
went to Illinois. I'm blanking on his
Boswell.
name. Help me out,
Boswell.
guys. Yeah,
Boswell.
Boswell, Colin Boswell. So I think that they've got a chance to be pretty good. Trey Townsend, we'll see what he can be. That's a key there. Like how good is Trey Townsend when you go up that much of a level? That's always difficult. But I like their roster. They've got good depth inside, going out and getting Toby Awaka from Tennessee. Like he's just a guy, but also he's like a guy that plays with great physicality. It's almost like an Iowa State type ad where you just go and get a really physical
Yeah.
guy that can bang in that league and is going to guard. So that was a nice addition. I think KJ Lewis, a guy that could maybe take a step this year. I liked what I saw out of him as a freshman. Contributing to like a top two seed team as a freshman is really hard, and he was a guy that came in and gave him meaningful minutes last year. So there's another team that could very well go out and win this league. I mean, what Tommy has done in the couple of years that he's been at Arizona, like he has been a high seed every single year. I think he won the Pac-12 2 out of 3 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
He's been there. So, he and the other year maybe finished second. So, that their team that's in conference play has always done really well. Now this is a different beast. This is a different beast than the Pac-12 was, but I
That's
like
what
the
I was going to
roster.
say. That
Yeah,
listen,
I like the roster.
the Pac-12 last year stunk. It
Yeah.
sucked. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it
was
really
bad.
did. Let's face it. There were so many easy wins in that league last year. Um, now you're going up against big boys most nights. You still got some easy ones. I haven't looked at their conference schedule to see what the unbalance is of it, but Caleb Love is what he is. He got better, but he is what he is, right? Like you're going to win a lot of games with him. You're going to get this is exactly what I said a year ago would happen, right? They win a bunch of games. They get to the Sweet 16. He'd maybe shoot his way into the Sweet 16, and then he'd shoot his way right out of the Sweet 16. And this year will be no different for Arizona. It'll be the same story. They'll be good. They'll be top 25 good most of the year. They'll win a game or two in the NCAA tournament, and then they'll get knocked out.
I do think though, like kids do evolve sometimes. And the conversations I'm sure they've had with him is, hey, if you want to be an NBA player, you got to be efficient. And his efficiency did go up a year ago, but it's got to probably go up even more.
How could it not? How could it not go up
Yeah,
two
yeah.
Hey,
years ago?
CJ, when you're at the bottom of the ocean, you can only go left, right, or up. I think that's what my high
But
school coach.
he had a pretty dang good year.
Yeah, that's what
So
my
I,
high
Did. No,
so
no. He got better. He got
yeah.
better. But again, it's still when you're relying on Caleb Love, when you are relying on him,
Mhm.
it's still there were more ups and downs, but
Mhm.
you're going to have one of those. And can you sustain it with Jaden Bradley and KJ Lewis? I'm not sure they're the right guys. They're both. I love their toughness. I love their defense. I think they're kind of multi-dimensional in some ways, but they're not. They're not great shooters. They're not guys you depend on like and again, Townsend is going to be a piece. The kid Delorso from Campbell going to be a piece. They're going to win a lot of games because Tommy can coach. But as long as you have Caleb Love, I just think it's hard to have that consistency, especially when it gets in the tournament. And for Arizona fans, and I went there, like at this point, they're like, we want to get to a Final Four. We're tired of just winning regular season games, winning regular season championships. That's great and all. And Tommy did a crazy good job taking over for Sean Miller. right? And getting that program, sustaining it and getting it back kind of level after all the stuff that had happened with Sean at the end. But I just don't know if a team with Caleb Love is, and I know I say that with him taking him to the championship game.
Yeah, I was about to say he went to national championship game.
I get it, but
he just that's what people who act in bad faith do, right? They just sort of bring up the stuff that supports their argument and ignore everything else. That's what Jeff is doing. Like, he shot North Carolina to the title game as a what? What were they? An 8 seed, a 9 seed?
Weren't you supposed to
leave that out?
Weren't you supposed to go to a commercial already?
Yeah, I mean, you tell me, man. This is your business, man. You tell me.
Hey, hold on. Before we go to commercial, because we're going to take a commercial after Arizona. A few things. One, Caleb Love was Pac-12 Player of the Year last year. Does he need to be more efficient? Sure, but he's pretty damn good. So they're going to win a lot of games. Could he make it? Could they make a Final Four? They could. I don't think it depends solely on Caleb Love. I think some of those pieces that they brought in, how are they going to adjust? I like what they can be defensively. I like what CJ said there. They're not as huge, but they're a lot more versatile in the lineups that they can throw out there on a given night. That's encouraging to me. And I agree with you on KJ Lewis. That's a big, strong dude. And whenever you're able to contribute some things at his size, he's got some positional switchability where he can be and where you can run him on the defensive end of the floor because of that athleticism and physicality. I like the team. I like that you can throw different lineups out there. I think really, but you guys might think I'm crazy. If Anthony Del Orso's game translates, it's a game changer. Do I think it will translate? I don't know, because I saw him play in the CAA.
Save that hot take for the end, Tio.
And he was awesome. He was awesome. I don't know that it will translate to Big 12 play. That scares
those
me.
eyes, man. Trust those eyes.
Yeah, that's
the headline, Johnny Martin. That's the headline. Tio says Anthony Del Orso is the game changer for Arizona.
There you go. You found it.
They're going to miss Pell Larson, so that he
was
that was the glue guy for them. Like, he is a huge loss.